My first interaction with BU is about 25 years ago, as I look back at it, and that actually was through high school. So I was actually entered BU in I remember a chemistry teacher in high school stated there's a, and I was from Pennsylvania, stated there's this program in Boston, which was a faraway place. My parents had never been in that technical fields, and this was a far away, and talking about going to an engineering kind of summer school, if you will. So I got to work and do programming in Professor Alan Hubbard and Mountains Labs. So that was fantastic for the summer. So I came back, and so that was an obvious choice. Wow, this looks like a great place. I should really try to apply and get in. And just a little anecdote on that. I'm not very good at standardized tests. I've accomplished a few things, but I'm not very good at those. So I showed as part of my application process to Professor Hubbard, and he said, "Did you mark the wrong column?" It was his response to me. But
very supportive.
Yeah. But got through that and got into BU, and it's been a fantastic ride ever since. Graduated in '94. This was before the photonics building was here. Selim Unlu, I believe it was his first year, and I had an interest in optics and lasers, and Selim was from the University of Illinois, and clearly a leader in that field, and kind of took myself and a few others under his wing for a senior design project, and worked a lot there, and got more familiar with what it's like to be in graduate school, working with other graduate students and looking at these types of projects, and that led me to head out to Colorado post that, and I went to University of Colorado in Boulder and got my master's and PhD in optics and lasers. Really, electrical engineering was the degree title. Did all my work at NIST, which was a great place right across the street. So I got to work with lots of professional researchers. Learned about lasers and optics, and this was the telecom period was starting to boom. This was now '99, and my wife wanted to head east, so started to look, and there was a perfect job. That was at a startup company. So this was my first decision, right? Stay postdoc or head out into industry. So I made the switch and went to this startup north of Boston called Cortec, making tunable lasers, and that was an absolute wild ride. So I joined at number 50 or so, and we grew to about 250 people in less than a year, I think. It was absolutely ridiculous. And if you look back, there wasn't a lot of rationale of why this should be happening, which I guess is why telecom popped. But so we rode it all the way up, and then it was a fantastic learning experience, though, because I got to see the going up and I got to see the going down, and seeing change makes you learn, and so I really enjoyed that. So you're there a month, and then soon as you know it, you've got 10 people reporting to you. You know nothing about managing people and employees and personnel and all these issues. So I kind of worked through that, but then we got sold to Nortel Networks for like $1.4 billion at the time, and unfortunately it was stock, and Nortel was dropping it like a rock. So we ended up going through periods of layoffs, and so it started to become sad times. So I got to learn that and see all that adversity and try to manage through that. And post that, a few of us came out and tried to start a company, and we did in 2002. Called Ahura Scientific, and wandered our way again, starting in telecom, but landing in analytical instruments. So we ended up making handheld instruments that were for sale and used by firefighters and soldiers and pharmaceutical industrial inspection. So handheld devices that could identify bulk, solid, and liquids. So we sold that business to Thermo Fisher in 2010, and I guess I wanted something else, so I started up another company with some colleagues that were great team members. So we all kind of came back together and started something in the beginning of 2012, and that's where I'm at now. So I'm the CEO of a company called 908 Devices. It's a venture-backed company where we're working to use high-pressure mass spec, new technology, nothing to do with optics and lasers, you might notice, but it's a new technology that we're using to impact toxic industrial monitoring through to life sciences environmental monitoring. So. Thanks, and it's great to be here.
Thanks, Kevin.